Page 398. Do you like him? I more than like him. Really? She gapes at me. Yes, Mom. Men aren't really complicated, Annie, honey. They are very simple, literate creatures. They usually mean what they say, and we spend hours trying to analyse what they've said, when really it's obvious. If I was you, I'd take him literally. Think that might help. I gape at her. This sounds like good advice. Take Christians literally. Immediately, some of the things he said spring into my mind. I don't want to lose you. You bewitched me. You've completely bewildered me. I miss you too, more than you know. I gaze at my mum. She's on her 4th marriage. Maybe she does know something about men after all. Most men are moody, darling, some more than others. Take your father, for instance. His eyes soften and sadden whenever she thinks of my dad. My real dad, the mythical man I never knew, snatched so cruelly from us in combat training accident when he was a Marine. Part of me thinks my mom has been looking for someone like my dad all this time. Maybe she finally found what she was looking for in Bob. Pity she couldn't find it with Ray. I used to think your father was moody, but now when I look back, I think he was just caught up in his job and trying to make a life for us. She sighs. He was so young, we both were. Maybe that was the issue. Christian is not exactly old, and I smile fondly at her. She can become very soulful thinking about my father, but I'm sure I had nothing on Christian's moods. Bob wants us to go out for dinner to his golf club. Oh no, Bob started playing golf? I scoff in disbelief. Tell me about it, groans my mother, rolling her eyes. After a light lunch, back at the house, I start to unpack and I'm going to treat myself to a siesta. My mother has disappeared to mould some candles or whatever she does with them, and Bob is at work, and so I have time to catch up on some sleep. I open up the Mac and fire it up. It's 2 in the afternoon in Georgia, 11 in the morning in Seattle. I wonder if I've had a reply from Christian. Nervously, I open up my email. From Christian Grey. Subject, finally. Anastasia, I'm so annoyed that as soon as you put some distance between us, you communicate openly and honestly with me. Why can't you do that when we're together? Yes, I'm rich. Get used to it. Why shouldn't I spend some money on you? We've told your father I'm your boyfriend, for heaven's sake. Isn't that what boyfriends do? As your dom, I would expect you accept whatever I spend on you with no argument. Inadvertently, tell your mother too. I don't know how to answer your comment about feelings like a whore. I know that's not what you've written, but it's what you imply. I don't know what I can say or do to eradicate these feelings. I'd like you to have the best of everything. I work exceptionally hard so I can spend my money as I see fit. If I could buy you a heart's desire, Anastasia, and I'd want to. Call it redistribution of wealth, if you will, or simply know that I could not ever think of you in any way you described, and I'm angry that how you've perceived yourself.